there is one big mistake that I see so many, especially heart-centered entrepreneurs making when they're marketing their business. And I'm going to share what that mistake is today. It's actually a trap. And I'm going to explain what it is and more importantly, how to avoid it in your marketing so you can improve your results. But first, I'm Jill Hope, if you're new to me, and I help women entrepreneurs just like you to own your value, attract high paying clients, and run a business that lights you up. And so what is this mistake that I see happening? I talk about it like it's a trap because it really is. It's doing your marketing from a getting energy, meaning you put a piece out there like a video or a meme or some kind of a value piece to be able to create visibility in your business, but you do it to get something else, right? Like you're creating this content to get something. What are you trying to get? You're either trying to get views or you're trying to get new subscribers or you're trying to get someone to reach out for a discovery call or to buy a program, but you're doing it from the energy of getting. And when you do anything to get, you are coming from a scarcity energy, a scarcity mindset. And you can't get abundance, which, in the world of receiving what we want, that's what we might consider to be abundant, right? Like you have an abundance of clients coming to you, an abundance of people signing up for your stuff, an abundance of people watching your videos or engaging with your content that you're putting out there. That's what we want. But if you're coming from a place of, I've got to get it, right? And so I have to do these things to get it, you are actually in an energy of lack. And when you're in an energy of lack, you cannot possibly attract anything other than lack to you. So that is why, your marketing efforts maybe are not as powerful as they could be. You're not attracting the people you want if you're doing the thing to get. And I call this a trap because heart-centered entrepreneurs, we're not in business to get things. Like we really started our businesses because we wanted to make an impact in the world. We wanted to use our gifts in service to help someone else have a better life. I mean, I left a 22-year corporate career because I did not feel like I was making an impact on anyone except a few CEOs and executives to help them, already rich, make even more money, right? So I didn't really feel like I was adding an impact on a person's life until I started doing what I'm doing. So that is why we do this as heart-centered entrepreneurs. Yes, we want to make money doing it so we don't have to go back and get a job, right? To support ourselves. But there's so much more than that. So the trap is that when you're out there and you want to serve people and you want to help and you want to support your clients and you want to help people grow and have a better life, right? Have a more enhanced life. When we have that mindset of like, I want to give, I want to serve, but then we don't have the clients coming in at the amount that we want, we can start to feel a little desperate, right? You can start to feel like, well, what do I have to do? And how am I going to get more clients? See, that's where the getting energy starts to come in. And suddenly it becomes about, I've got to get these clients, like you're capturing them and you've got to do things to capture them in your web, right? And when you come at, and I know we're not thinking that in our minds, but that's the energy you're putting out there. And your clients, your ideal clients, they'll feel it and they'll move away. They're not going to be drawn in by that energy. So the shift here that you want to make is to always, before you put out an email or make a video or create any type of content for any of the channels where you put content out, before you even do that, you want to get into giving energy. So how do you get into giving energy? That is a very good question. So how I do it and how I recommend to my clients do it is to come back to your why. Why do you do what you do? Why does it light you up? Why is it of value? Why does it excite you? Why is it important? Why does it matter? Why does it matter what you do? Why are you doing it? So these are the types of questions you want to ask yourself to get back into that feeling of, this is my path. This is my purpose. This is my bigger why. Because what you're doing does matter. It does help people. And you should be out there, right? Attracting tons and tons of clients. But it gets really challenging when we start to get in that position of like, oh my God, I don't know where the next client's going to come from. I've got to do a bunch of stuff to get them. And that's where it gets tricky. And that's where the efforts in your marketing start to fail. So keep this in mind when you're making your content and when you're actually putting it out there. Remember your why. Why are you doing it? Get into your heart space. It might even help you to put your hands on your heart, to breathe into that space in your heart as you are thinking about your bigger why. And then from that place, and only from that place, do you then want to take the action of reaching out, make the video, reach out in the DM, put out that piece of content, share that photo, share that quote, whatever it is that you're sharing, right? You want to share it from the place of being in a giving energy, of understanding the why behind your doing it. You're not doing it to get something for yourself. You're doing it to fill a need that a client has. Okay. So, and this is actually, I'm glad I said that because it reminded me this is an interesting little extra piece here is that when you are in the getting energy, right, and you're trying to get something for the efforts that you're putting out there, when you're in that energy, you're making it all about you, aren't you? It's all about you and what you need and getting your need filled, which is I need to get that next client in so I can pay this bill or pay my team or, whatever it is, or take that trip, whatever it may be. But when you are in giving energy, all of that focus that you have is on your client. It's what they need. It's how can I serve them today? How can I help them today? Like when I was thinking about this video, I'm like, how can what do I see as struggles out there and how could I help someone today? Whether anyone signs up with me or not, my focus is on what can I share with someone that they can actually take and think about and do something with, more importantly. And so that's where you want to be coming from is like from the perspective of your client. What could you share that would make an impact on them? As opposed to what do I have to do to get that client, to get that sign up, to get someone to see my stuff, right? So that's the perspective shift. And I tell you now, if you make that shift and you start getting consistent with it, you will see a change in your results. You wouldn't even have to necessarily change anything else about frequency and where you're posting and what you're putting out there if you change your energy. Okay. That's like 90% of it. And yes, consistency is a thing and what you're actually, the actions you're actually doing and the quality, of course, is important. Like all these things are important and we can talk about all of them. And in fact, speaking of that, I have a brand new event. It's a free 5-day event. It's super powerful. It's a $997 value. It's totally free right now. It's the first time I've created it. And it's happening on April 1st. And it's called Get Visible. And I'm going to share 5 strategies across the 5 days that will help you be more seen and more heard by your ideal clients. And I'm going to share some really big secrets in this event. So if you're interested in that, the link is down below. Be sure to get yourself signed up. It's totally free to sign up, but I have a limited number of spots, so you do need to get your name there. And I will share the information on joining me for that event each day. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share today. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please do so and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I come out with another video. I try to make a couple videos each week on these types of ideas. And I'd love to know what you want to hear about. If there's something that you are struggling about, let me know. Let me know down in the comments. What are your issues around your marketing efforts? What is a challenge for you? Until next time, I'm Jill Hope, and I'll see you on the next one.